Hello.
Hey, hey, how's it going, sir?
Doing good. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Man, it's a good night for some gaming tonight, I think. What do you say?
It's always a good night for gaming.
Hell yeah! That's the right answer. Well, it is my turn to do the research, and yes, I've actually done my homework for the most part. But for those of you just joining us, let's do a quick capsule review because tonight's episode, which is scenario 607 from the Spartans, of course, and it's the Battle of Mycale. It falls, if not, well, by some accounts, it falls at the exact same time as last week's episode, the Battle of Plataea. But we'll come back to that. But for those of you just joining us, let me give you a quick rundown of exactly what's been happening here. This is the middle of the Greco-Persian Wars, or as we'll see tonight, perhaps the tail end of it. It all got started in 499 BC when, at the time, elements of the Peloponnese, those Greek city-states on the mainland there, Athens and Thebes and some of the others, well, they got into some political intrigue with some of their Greek colonies that were on Asia Minor. It's across the Aegean, of course, where the Persian Empire was just getting started. It was a fairly young empire, and it was ruled at the time by Darius the First. And some of the contingents of Greeks over there, the Ionians, they were encouraged to perhaps cause trouble and strife and uprising, and just make a mess of things if they could. Darius got wind of that, of course, and he used that as his casus belli for building his Persian army and invading the Greek peninsula. That's exactly what he did. We saw the Battle of Marathon there in 490. That was a stunning defeat for Darius, and he shook his fist and went home and vowed to come back and fight again another day. However, he died, and he leaves his son Xerxes the First in charge of the empire, and Xerxes is going to continue his father's mission to invade the Peloponnese, which he does, and what we see in the last several scenarios here were all related to the second Persian invasion of the Greek homeland. First, we had the Battle of Thermopylae. We did that a few times. That didn't work out too well for the Greeks and the Spartans, but hey, they will live to fight it another day. And then last week, we had the Battle of Plataea, which was essentially the last gasp effort of the Persians on the Greek peninsula. Prior to that, by a year, we had the big naval battle of Salamis, which is right off the coast in the Straits of Corinth. Nobody expects the Greeks to have a navy that could stand up to the might of Xerxes' navy, but they did. In an underdog story worthy of all history books, they defeat them, send them packing, and that's essentially what's going to be the impetus for tonight's story. We're going to focus on that navy. They have moved back towards the island of Samos, which is just off the coast of Asia Minor. They expect that the Greeks are going to follow up and perhaps attack again. And at the same time, we saw that Xerxes, after the Battle of Thermopylae, to protect the Hellespont, he moved his force back towards that, and they are moving overland back to the Persian homelands. So that is the setting for tonight. Just out the coast of Asia Minor is this giant mountain called Mount Mycale or Mycalus. And that's exactly where the Persians landed. They brought their navy there to join up with the army that was marching south from the Hellespont. And they would try to make their big stand there, knowing that the Greeks are going to come both by their navy and by army. But the first thing they want to do is engage whatever forces are tracking them after the Battle of Salamis. So they beach all their ships right at the foot of the mountain here, and that's essentially the layout that we've seen here. Tigranes is going to maintain, he's got a mishmash of different Persian and Greek allies. And in fact, some of those allies are the Ionians that we spoke of. So they're conscripts and they're just been thrown into service. But they don't trust them, right? So what they've done is they've taken away all of their armor and said, you can fight, but you're not going to be protected very well. You can imagine that probably didn't sit very well with those Greek conscripts. On the Greek side here, we've got the arriving forces under Xanthippus. He had the Athenian contingent, and they were the ones that made the initial beachhead right at this river point. And when they arrived, they see all the Persian ships have been beached. And in fact, in some accounts from Herodotus, they were using the ships themselves as a makeshift palisade to protect the Persian camps because the Persian army had pulled back and were awaiting the Greeks in their camps. Roundabout way came Leotychides, who is controlling he's leading the Spartan forces, but they're up in the hills and not quite there at the same time as the Athenians. So what ended up happening historically was when the Athenians arrived, now there are some different accounts here, and of course there's some wonderful liberty taken with these accounts. By one account, the army encounters a herald's staff stuck in the beach there, and they use this as some kind of indication of good omens from Mount Olympus, right? That Ares sends his good fortune to the Athenians, or perhaps even Zeus is giving them the blessing to attack the Persians. Either way, this bolsters morale, as you might expect. And the word goes around at the same time, supposedly, that at the very same time this happened, they got word from somewhere, the Navy or signals or wherever, that the Greeks had also just won the Battle of Plataea the same day. So we have to assume that there's a little bit of license with that. At the same time, Leotychides comes down out of the hills to join the Athenians, and they begin their push on the main body of the Persians. Supposedly, when this happened, the Ionians did in fact, they either chose not to fight for the Persians or just actively fought against them for the Greek brothers in arms. We don't know the exact reason for that, but what happened here is they managed to push the Persians through across the river here towards their camps. They overrun the camps and just rout them from the field. And this is truly the end of the Greco-Persian Wars as we know it. We've seen in every one of the scenarios the last few weeks, we've said, well, this is the last time this happened. Well, this is truly the end of it. The Persians will no longer make any attempts to invade the Greek peninsula, and they will just go back and be their own empire with that frontier. So that's what we got going on tonight. But why don't you tell us about the War Council tonight?
Well told, sir.
Why, thank you.
So looking at the War Council tonight, we are playing to 5 victory banners. So this is going to go pretty quick or not. Sometimes these short banner battles are a little deceptive. The Persian army will have 5 command cards. The Greek army will have 6 command cards and get to move first. 2 special rules are in effect. Obviously, the hoplite rule is in effect, so all of our hoplite units can be affected by cavalry cards. There are 2 Spartan units that have 5 blocks each up in the hills there. The Gaison River is fordable at all points, so we'll have to check our terrain rules there to see how rivers are forded. All units must stop when they enter the fordable river, and they are limited to a max of 2 in close combat and 1 in range combat when battling out. And finally, one big special rule to represent these Ionians: when a Greek unit occupies a Persian camp hex at the start of their turn, remove that camp and gain a victory banner. In addition, replace all blocks in one Persian auxiliary unit with Greek auxilia blocks. This will represent the Ionian Greeks who join the attack on the Persians. The Greek player for the rest of the battle may order this auxilia unit.
I am curious as to how often that happens.
Yes.
Because, those camps are way back there, man. That's a big, big headache.
Yeah, by the time you chop your way back there, you're probably going to be pretty close to 5 banners.
That's true.
So there we go. That is our War Council.
Sounds like it will be fun. I will let you grab your cards first.
Yep, starting with the Greeks, and you'll have the Persians to start.
And I will grab my 5.
Fine hand of cards.
I wish I could say the same.
Well, then let me wish you good luck, sir.
Oh, and you as well.
I'll start with a line command.
That seems like a really good card for you right now.
And I've got a bow here in the center. So they will launch a volley of arrows across the river at your bowman.
Ouch.
Strike home.
That was not cool, man. Not cool.
And my turn is done.
Well, that is a good card for you. I've got a great card for the Persians here. Let's do move, fire, and move. So we will activate 5 of these units. 4.
Put my units in prime position to be fired upon, too, haven't I?
You did indeed. So we'll activate those 5. And I guess we'll just work in packs here. So we'll do 2 on that medium. No. And 2 on this medium, same? No. Okay. Well, guess we'll just focus all the fire on that guy. Nothing. You may retreat if you'd like.
I'll stand.
Okay. Another 2.
We'll link our shields, weather the hail of fire.
Indeed. And 2 from here. Absolutely nothing. Good God. Alright, we'll do the second part of this. And it will go... There we go.
I'll activate 3 units on the right. Those 3. And into the fordable river they go. Coming to a stop. We'll attack that auxilia with 2 dice coming out of the river. And get a leader hit.
Okay. And we'll give you 2 back with leader. Nothing. I'll do it. Inspired center leader.
You can inspire up to 4 hexes.
Oh, that's true. But if I were to do this one, he doesn't have any targets, so
True.
just didn't seem a point. Alright. Start here with 2 dice plus leader. Getting a hit.
Back.
Second
leader hit.
And then here, same target, 2 dice plus leader. Another hit.
And 2 back. A hit.
It's a hit.
And a retreat if you want it.
I do want it.
Inspire right leadership. All that. A volley of arrows. To no avail. All right. Starting over here. Attacking that auxilia with 4 dice. 1 hit.
We survive. 3 dice back with a leader bonus.
Ooh.
Hits. Very nice.
No, it's not. That was terrible. And Clipius will attack that auxilia. 2 dice.
Ah.
He will, as a leader, advance out of the mire. And and put his eye towards Tigranes there. So now 4 dice. Just 1 hit. And a retreat.
Well, let's take that leader check and see what happens.
Nothing.
We'll stand. We'll give you 4 back plus leader. 2 hits. Here's a leader check for me. He's fine.
These hoplites will attack as well. 4 dice against those same mediums. Just 2. Leader check. Same thing I rolled the last time.
Here's 4 back with leader. Ooh, stuck in their craw.
All right. I am done.
You're probably asking yourself, does he have a left card? Do I feel lucky?
I'm going to say you do, given your braggadociousness.
What? Me? Braggadocious. I do. Okay. Let's start here. Do 4 dice plus leader. Just barely. You will advance. Battle again. Pause for dramatic effect, waiting for that first strike card.
Okay.
Okay. We're like one mind. Oh, what the hell just happened? Gah.
Derailed.
Damn it.
Leader check.
You are the worst.
So now I'll advance and attack. Oh, wait, no, it's not my turn.
All right. Well, go ahead and draw your card back. All right. Let's see if Tigranes. I know you were holding it for this one, but here you go. 4 dice plus leader. We'll get him. Okay. Can we get to Xanthippus, leader of Athenians? No, he's fine. And then these guys, we'll just throw 2 into the river. Getting a hit. That is all.
Well. Yeah. As well. Not quite as impressive since you've wiped out 3 of my hoplites.
But they all move in great formation.
They do. All right. 5 dice.
Yeah. Bit of overkill.
And leader check.
Ah! Ah!
So quick. One goes quick.
Yes. Man, 2 leader kills. Look at you.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky.
Yeah. It's pretty damn lucky. All right. Well,
It's a little tough to go across the river and
well, that's why I thought you had overcommitted to that, and who would have ever guessed that Artaetes would fumble the ball so badly, losing an entire grr. Very well done, sir.
Thanks for reminding me I had that first strike card.
Yeah. Me and my big freaking mouth. All right. I'm going to walk this off and try to salve the sting a little bit, and we'll be right back with part 2. Revenge! as you were saying.
Revenge.
Avenge me! Avenge my death. Alright, we've switched sides. I got the erstwhile Greeks now. Let's see if I can get as lucky with Xanthippus and Leotychides. So, let me grab my 6 cards now. Sometimes the pacing of these is just so odd because it's done before you can really.
Yeah, that's why I question the rule about getting the auxilia. You know, like I said, by the time you cut through all of that stuff to get to the camp, chances are you're going to have 5 banners.
Especially where mediums are involved. These hoplites tend to just go through things with like warm butter and other soft things. But even you saw I tried to move my bowmen back. Not that I thought that they'd be a target, but whatever. Okay, let's see. What can I do here? Oh, good luck, sir.
Good luck to you as well.
I hope so.
Just remember the old proverb that tells us revenge is best served cold.
It's very cold
in Greece.
In the eastern Mediterranean.
Well, I guess, yeah, we're not in Greece. We're in Germany.
Okay. Let me go over here. Let's do some inspired left leadership, and we'll just go like that. This guy can throw a spear up the hill. 1 die. Nothing.
Okay. 2 on the right.
Hey, where are you going?
Away from those hoplites.
Mm-hmm. Do 4 on the left.
Because I knew they were coming.
Boogity, boogity.
Yep.
There. Alright, and these guys go there and there. Okay, so 2 dice out of the with leader bonus. Getting a hit.
Downhill would lock me at 3 dice, but since you're in the river, I'm down to 2. So here you go. Hit for attack.
Alright, now I'm done. So let me hit this a couple times. There you go.
What are my light troops? Here we go. A withering volley of arrow fire.
Ouch.
Another volley. Ooh.
Nope. Got some pepper.
Ooh.
Oh, this damn dice roller.
Good firing.
Mm-hmm. Do double time.
Double time.
Start up here. What do they like to do?
Evade that.
Okay, so it is 3 downhill, looking for green circles. Getting 1. Do this one. 3 downhill plus leader. Getting 1.
2 uphill, I believe.
Yep. Just 1.
The 1.
But you get a leader check. And same target, 4 dice this time with leader.
Ooh.
Yeah. will stay there.
Line command. Ordering that line of troops. And I make this sliding puzzle work. Another volley of arrows of those hoplites. And another volley of those arrows. Nothing.
I will take that, though.
Volley of those hoplites. I almost went after the bowman. Now it's time for fighting. I think I'll go up the hill against your auxilia in the hill. So 2 dice. Retreat. Now going after those medium hoplites with my auxilia with 3 dice.
Wow. Sent me across the river.
Well. Well.
Do 3 on the left. Okay. Start with these 3 dice down the hill plus leader. You may take that if you wish.
I shall.
Okay. And 3 dice down the hill with leader. Just 1.
2 dice back up. I should have not moved.
All right.
What are medium troops then? Up the hill with 2 dice. Leader hit.
Check that leader. And 3 back down the hill with leader. 2 hits. Here's a check. We're winging them. Do a line command. Do these 3 down the hill plus leader. There we go. And we'll advance. 3 down the hill plus leader. 2 hits. Leader check. He's fine. And they'll advance there. And what would the lights like to do? Stand like men! Alright, 4 dice plus leader. 1 hit.
Alright, 2 dice back with leader. 1 hit.
Wow! 2 hits!
Oh no, wow, 2 hits.
Alright.
And leader check.
If that had been double leader, the recording would have stopped suddenly. All right.
Leadership, any section. I don't. All right. Lights going after your medium pop lights. 2 dice.
Charmed these guys are.
Leader check. Nope. Auxilia going after your Auxilia with leader support. 1 hit and a retreat. Okay.
Do a coordinated attack. Okay. Target yours on the end there with 1 die. Nothing. It's going to target these lights here. They are now blocked in, so 4 dice plus leader. Get him. Advance. See if we can't run down Mardantes. 4 dice. He escapes. Alright. And then 3 dice plus leader. 2 hits and a retreat.
Things aren't looking good for the Persians. Three on the left. Those 3. 2 spears.
Ugh.
2 arrows. 2 more arrows. A retreat.
Let's do 2 in the center. Let's see if we can get this one here. 3 dice plus leader.
Does it? Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Revenge.
Revenge! I've been avenged! Well, so, as a postscript to this, yes, and as we've said time and time again, this does in fact bring us to the end of the Greco-Persian Wars, so the Spartans have proven to be the heavy, blunt force to help all the other Greek city-states. Probably going to be the last time that they decide they're going to work in good, solid cohesion with their fellow Peloponnese brothers and sisters. So we're going to move on from here. Peter will take the next story, but what do we think of this one before? Oh, what's our final score tonight? First one was 5-3, right?
Something like that.
5-3 Peter, and then second one was 5-1. So I take it 8 banners to 6, it looks like.
Well done.
Why, thank you. So, chipping away at that 40 banner lead that you still got this late in the game. But I guess I'll go first on this one. I I don't like the 4 and 5 banner ones because it's just this appetizer and just when things are going. Now, admittedly, the second one we have both taken notes when we swap sides, and we usually put that into play in our provisional strategies. This one I wanted to try rather than just going straight for the river like you did. I wanted to see if I had cards that were just telling me to flank. So I decided to try that left side. Seemed pretty effective.
It did.
But yeah, I just every time you and I get something going in these short banners scenarios, it's just like, oh well, yeah, okay, 2 leaders, boom, it's over, right?
Yeah, this one, maybe if this was a 7-banner battle, it might make the going after the camps more appetizing. But yeah, 5 banners is weird for this.
It did not enter into my calculations at all. I mean, I thought while I had you distracted over here that I had 2 line command cards, and I thought, well, I could just move this whole unit towards the river and then start something over here. But again, that doesn't get you to the camps. So I'm really curious as to when they wrote that, how many people are actually taking advantage of that in plays of this scenario. So do comment below if you are a frequent Commands and Colors Ancient player and you've done the Spartan scenarios, if you think that that's even worth your time and effort. Because as you saw, Peter and I pretty much go right to it. You know, just there's so much meat out there with the mediums and the hoplites that it just doesn't seem like sneaking a unit into that camp is really going to do anything for you. But your mileage may vary, as they say. So yeah, any other thoughts on this one? Seems like both you and I are solidly, I don't know.
In the meta category?
It is in the meh category, yeah. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, it's just I wish there was more to it than... It's kind of like you and I go back all the way to that one where we had the, you go in there and destroy the Navy in the harbor. And they're like, it's cute, but yeah, this one I think could be more. There doesn't seem as much to do, and I don't know if the river was meant to be more of an obstacle for the frontal assault. And I think you kind of were exploring that option. And I said, well, once he gets stuck in the river...
Yeah, well, I was trying to set up that mounted charge card.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't charge across the river. But you took the teeth out of that by killing all my hoplites who were one away. So...
Well, your one surviving leader, with Xanthippus managed to make mincemeat of Artiotes. So, all is fair in love and war, of course. Well, then we will finish it up here tonight. We got a relatively short episode tonight, so not a lot of editing needed to be done on this one. But as we tell you each and every week, I forgot to remind you at the beginning, but I'm playing the little click the subscribe animation and all that stuff for you at the beginning to kind of fill the gap. So yeah, put your comments down there below. Interact with us. We love to hear from you. I'm showing you our monetary supporters right now. Thank you very much, as always, to you folk who are so generous with your contributions. And Peter, I look forward to next week's scenario information, because this is going to take it in a whole new direction.
Yes,
I think
we enter into the First Peloponnesian War.
Ah, yes, that old chestnut. Brothers fighting brothers, cousins fighting second cousins, all that good stuff. Well, I will bet you a drachma or 2 it's going to be fantastic. But until then, sir, have a good one.
You too. Good night.